Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Assassin's Creed Mirage. Picking up where we left off, we're doing the other two investigations, which should lead us into the final mission. So I'm going to guess that these two investigations will take us this part, and then the final mission will be its own part. That's my guess. Obviously, having never played it before, I don't know, but I mean, it seems like a pretty solid guess based on the rest of the game.
Greetings, Sayyidi. I wonder if I could ask you some questions about the governor, Muhammad ibn Tahir.
I am not underpaid to answer questions. I suggest you make this worth my time. Otherwise...
Would you accept this token of appreciation from a humble citizen?
I would. As a start.
I serve justice, not spoil it. Take your money. Now, what do you know about the governor?
He's feared, respected, dedicated to the rule of law, order.
That is all you know. You work here. Muhammad ibn Tahir keeps office at the courts.
At the shorter courts, not the Mathalim. He does keep spies here. One scuttles back to his office every day at noon. Goodbye now.
Okay. Well, now are you going to be nice enough to pass time to the correct time, or looks like it?
That messenger could lead me to the governor's office, and whatever secrets he buries there.
That doesn't really seem fair. If you're going to get me to blend in here, and he's immediately going to be in front of me when I stand up and detect me, like, that seems like wrong. Yeah?
You must be whom I seek. Let us see where you lead me.
Yeah, that seemed rather bullshit, but you know, it is a follow quest. Surprising amount of them in here, all things considered. I mean, one of the major complaints about the old Assassin's Creed games were these missions. So it's weird that, you know, when they're like, we want to go back to how the games were before and whatnot, they were like, yeah, that includes these missions that pretty much everybody hated. Now, to be fair, they're not bad in this game. Mainly because there's no real penalty for failing besides you just have to restart. I mean, which isn't, you know,
now stay where I can see you.
a huge
Would
penalty. Whereas, like, in the previous games, you know, like Black Flag and Assassin's 3 and whatnot, when you had these, there was always, like, the bonus objectives to get 100% synchronization. And the bonus objective was always, like, don't be spotted or generally don't be spotted. But, or they would have something where it's like, I want to say there was one in Black Flag that was like, stay on the ground or don't go on the rooftops or something. Which obviously, when you're doing something like this, you know, one of your greatest strengths to not be spotted is, you know, climbing up on the rooftops and staring down at them, because I mean, they just never see you. So, you know, it's nothing, right? Pretty much anyway. I think there was maybe that one was Unity, where there was like a bunch of guards always on the rooftops, and it was very annoying to do follow quests because of that. Because obviously, if the guards are on the rooftops, they don't like you. Well, the guards here don't seem to care too much, but there's also a huge amount of like balconies and whatnot that where Like, you know, people are just up on like the roofs, so I mean, that could be why they're not quite so bad about it in this game, but I know that in some of the other games it was pretty brutal, because if you were up on the roof and passed by a guard, they did not like you being there, and it was very annoying to follow people. Man, how far is this guy going? Dude, what are you tripping for? Like, damn. Oh, this looks like good. You know, stuff like this, like following this guy, it really is like old school Assassin's Creed, where I think I mentioned this like in like the first part, or at least one of the first parts, where, you know, one of the things with the old Assassin's Creed games is because you couldn't climb everything, there were paths to follow, laid out for you, and it was just so nice to like find the path, right? And they definitely nailed it for this game. I mean, oh, this sucks.
Derwish always warned me I would be dragged to the Shorta. Who would have imagined I would walk in willingly?
Down with you!
Why? Ow, why are you attacking me, sir?
I will kill you!
Really? A fucking chicken? I mean, just kill me, because I'm calling bullshit.
That's close enough.
Because that guy had absolutely no reason. See, now, if they had done something at the beginning, like when I first started following him, where like he saw me and it's like, oh, and something happened to make him suspicious of me, fine. But like, I followed him there. He never saw me once. Like, not even a little inkling that anyone was following them, let alone me. And yet,
Derwish
all of a sudden,
always
he's like,
warned
you!
me I would be dragged to the
And
Shorta.
immediately attacks me. Like,
Who would have imagined I would walk in willingly?
the fuck kind of bullshit is that? Kind of want to kill him just on principle alone, if I'm being honest. Just for being a dick. No, I missed him. Well, I probably shouldn't. Well, actually, can I walk in there? I mean, the guards are obviously guarding, but
Off with you!
no.
Formidable warriors. But so am I.
I also like how that guy just straight up attacked me in the middle of the street. And yet, when I fought back and killed him, clearly self-defense. And they're like, murderer! It's like, but he attacked me. It's not my fault I'm a better fighter. Maybe he should have thought of that before attacking me. And if he had, he would still be alive. I would get my bird, but I have a feeling... Yeah.
Come away, my friend. It is too dangerous.
Yeah, it seems about right. I really hate that they did that. It really made the bird... I mean, obviously the bird isn't, like, worthless. But it definitely limited the usefulness of the bird by a huge amount. Because, like... I don't even know how the fuck to get off of here now. Because, like, pretty much every location that you need to scout...
Make a scene.
Like, the whole point of the bird is to scout the locations that you're about to enter. Oh, you know what? I actually remember this area. And if I'm not mistaken, there's nobody back here for some reason. But yeah, the whole point of the burst is scout the areas, but pretty much every area that you need to scout has one of these stupid fucking marksmen in it. Fuck off. You don't fucking see me. Which means that you can't scout the area until you go into it, which, you know, if I can get into the area, why do I have to scout it first?
Enkidu can scout ahead safely now.
I'll be waiting.
But yeah, I actually do remember this
We'll
area
be
because
ready
it
if we
has
are needed.
there was something here. Probably
Hold on! Taste them!
a gear chest if I'm would be my guess, just because that's like the most common thing that I would have to come into a place like this for. Oh, is that even enough skill points to get anything? Nope. I mean, there isn't too many skill points left, so, or too many skills left, and there is barely any missions left, so I have to be getting those soon. Also, still don't know how to get into this place, or like what constitutes getting into this place.
Wait, what? What was that?
Nothing.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey! Problem. Feel it.
Yeah, there's the gear chest right there.
I can't make it to the ceremony.
It is nice that the poison does finish them off like that. Because otherwise it would be fairly annoying.
Is that tomorrow? It is tomorrow, isn't it? Sorry. Having one of those days.
Huh? Who's...
You're dead!
And he still got the hit in. Despite me assassinating him. Not that I think there's anybody fucking left alive up here that would be able to use that bell, but you know.
Wait, just a...
I wonder how annoyed these guards would be if they knew that the only reason I was killing them is because I couldn't find a door. Like one door, that's all it would take, and I would no longer be killing them. Why? I hate these stupid fucking iron fucking spikes on top of the wall. Really, you can't step over that, Basim? Like, really? That's too much for you? Fuck you. I don't know why I'm doing this. Odds are there's fucking spikes above the other dickhead too. Oh no, there isn't. Oh, if I only had a door. Well, fuck it. Look, there's a door, but I bet you I can't get in this one either. Alright, where's that hay bale? Well, I checked the roof. There was no way in up there. Where's the fighters? Once again, I would have liked to do this
I am in
stealthily
need of swordsmen.
without anybody dying, but uh oh, they want us to get rid of all the haystacks clogging the street. Oh wow, these fighters are fucking. They actually got one. Got two. Three. Wow, they fucking annihilated these guys. Wow, these guys sucked. I think that's the first time I've seen them lose. I'm also not quite sure who's looking for me. Really?
I must get out of here.
That gonna be close enough? I mean, it sure seems like it is. And yet apparently it's not. Somehow, despite me. Fucking. Oh.
Has the
Why did.
governor returned?
Whatever.
I'm not sure. I did not see him go upstairs.
That leather man you mentioned. In the date palm court by the Dar Mamlaka, right? You'll have to point him out next time we're posted in the area.
That's weird. Just kept walking. I guess this is the wrong upstairs. Also the wrong upstairs. Man. Who designed these buildings that you can't, like, open any of the doors? And this door is barred.
Bit of land off the Kufar Road, date palms for shade.
Yeah, for a mission where theoretically, because I mean, like, he tells you, you know, not to do anything until you're sure and whatnot, and yet they sure seem to be setting up at least this mission as like you're pretty much guaranteed to be killing people. Like, obviously you don't have to, but at the same time, they're putting a huge amount of people in your way. In, like, very annoying positions. Also, I'm not sure what a shirta is, so I don't know if that's, like... Oh, really? I can blend in here? Wow.
You know, it wasn't Sajjad that led the charge into the riot.
Man, that gets rid of the bodies perk. It's really good. Like, it's too good almost, you know? Like, oh, you're worried about, you're worried about having the long, arduous process of moving the bodies after? Words, don't worry about that.
What just happened?
I mean, you're getting attacked is what just happened.
Again!
Won't outrun me! Oh, come on!
Al Rashid, on my go!
Right! Give me a hand here!
The pleasure was all ours!
Nice work. Don't get cocky.
Will do.
I mean, against 4 of them, I doubt that he's gonna manage to kill even one before he dies, but...
Today?
If it's not Abu Abdallah's thugs sowing chaos, the damn rebels.
It is all we can do to keep riots from breaking out.
The governor has a plan. He will see us through this storm.
Will he now? Well, I mean... they're gonna be nice and spread out and fuck off like that.
Excuse me, there is a message.
Come on. Some still clamor for the claim of Abdu Abdallah. They are not many, but they are loud and determined to drown out any voice of reason. It seems that every time the outcry ebbs and the dust threatens to settle, an unseen hand rakes itself through the dirt, clouding our sight and prompting fresh outrage. Whose hand I cannot guess, but I would stay it and staunch this chaos. Alright. Got some, I guess, unfortunate news. Today, Rooster Teeth is shutting down, which is a little depressing. I mean, and the only reason why I say it's only a little depressing is because while I used to watch the crowd, well, I guess technically, like, Rooster Teeth in general, I didn't really care about. It was mostly Achievement Hunter, but I'm not entirely sure. And I mean, Achievement Hunter already shut down, so I mean, I guess it's not really a surprise that that Rooster Teeth followed suit. The only thing that worries me is, like, whether or not, like, the content will remain
Muhammad ibn
available.
Tahir's office at last.
Because, I mean, honestly, I haven't watched anything new of theirs. Or at least most of their new stuff. You know, like, the newest thing that I watched was the randomizers with Matt and Michael. And, you know, they haven't done those in a while. But, I mean, before that, the only things I was watching were the randomizers with Matt and Michael and Play Pals. I couldn't care less about any of the other stuff. So, I mean... With a heavy heart, I, Abdu Abdallah, swear allegiance to our Caliph, Regnat, and I vow that I will not seek the throne while he is living.
Abu Abdullah swears allegiance to the Khalifa, and that he will not seek the throne himself. A man who puppets the powerful, who seeks to purge the hidden ones at Alamut. I have seen enough. The governor has been tracking the rebels, and the hidden ones.
And then
Ocean, desert, cobra, dove. It seems he is an admirer of Arib the poet.
Cousin, per your request, all terms with Alamut are hereby voided, our pledge of protection revoked, our offer of asylum rescinded.
You can tell your masters I've had copies made. Shred that page, slit my throat. Our bargain stands.
My masters.
The masked cabal, the order of... I don't care. Are you not in their service?
Are you not in their service?
I serve the Khalifa. I serve Allah. And I do it without hiding my face. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Why were you giving commands to Asif at Turkey, a member of the Order?
The brute was stoking the fire of 1,000 rebellions. Thankfully, someone spared me the trouble of putting him down. A hidden one, I heard. Are you the one to thank?
I read your letters. You forced your cousins to remove their protection from Alamut. You sold us to our enemies.
And brought peace to Baghdad. You've already helped yourself to the receipt.
Abu Abdullah's oath of allegiance. What does he have to do with anything?
His ambition would have torn the Khalifa apart. I offered the Order Alamut. They gave me assurance he'd threaten us no more.
So to trap a fox, you loose a wolf. The Order will see Baghdad burn, Governor. History will judge you for this.
History can hang me for it. I'll leave this world knowing that there is courage in compromise.
There is also cowardice.
How old are you? 20? I was about your age when I came to this city. Righteous beyond reproach.
What happened?
I grew up. If you really wish to spare Alamut, turn that blade on your enemies.
Give me their name. The one you brokered the deal with.
I could. But if you fail, then I die. And I'd prefer not to. Now, I have things to do. No hard feelings. Guards!
So the day ends with me fleeing the Shurta after all.
To the governor!
Get down, you fucking tool.
What was that?
It came from the haystack. Stay alert.
What's that thing?
Hold on! Grant me strength!
Boo!
Pay attention to your power!
Leave her! The Shorta will deal with him soon!
Alright. But yeah, so as I was saying there, yeah, Rooster Teeth shutting down. It's not too much of a surprise. I mean, like I said, I used to watch the fuck out of Achievement Hunter and that, but if I had to choose, I would say I probably, okay, dude, get up. I probably
Order or no,
would have
Governor
guessed their
Muhammad is no
downfall
friend to the hidden
had
ones.
started when Full Screen purchased them. That would that would be my my personal opinion, is that is the point in which they or at which they started to decline. It forced some changes that didn't really mesh well with, you know, what made them popular in the first place, and like, yeah, it just wasn't a good idea, basically. But, you know, I'm not a business person. I don't know whether it was like maybe they basically had to sell to Full Screen, otherwise they were just going to be shut down anyway, so may as well, or what. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the inner workings of it were. All I know is that would have been, or is that would be my personal guess as to when the decline started. Where the hell are we going for this? Oh, way over there. I don't know why I couldn't see that. Did I get? No, only skill points. And then, you know, other things happened, and then COVID happened, and yeah. Because I feel like the main thing that I feel like screwed them over with Full Screen is they were no longer it was no longer like a do what you want type scenario. And that's when they very much started to like, that's gonna be one of those fucking assholes, isn't it? Yep. But yeah, when they started following trends, doing like everybody else was doing, you know, shit like that. Oh no, that was just a regular guard. I could have swore
So
he
strange.
had a couple of swords out. You know. But yeah, because I know that's. I mean, that's not like exactly when I more or less like started watching or started watching less of their content. But it was definitely at the very least around that time. Like I know that I started watching less and less content
Better
after
keep a low
more or
profile.
less after Alfredo got there. I liked Alfredo. I thought he fit in well, but then they started bringing in more and more people that didn't mesh nearly as well. And they started putting people and they started making people play games that they very clearly had zero interest in.
I need to get rid of these.
Which even if you like the person, if the game they're playing they have no interest, what the fuck is the point to that path? It's not good. Like if you ever watched the Crash Bandicoot Let's Plays that they did, uh, Michael plays the first game. It was good. It was a great series. At that point, Michael was into the game. Everybody else was watching him playing, just bullshitting and whatnot in the background. It was great. It was fun. Everybody was enjoying themselves, right? And then for the second game, they it was just Michael and Jeremy, and I had Jeremy playing it, but Jeremy is not a platformer guy, and Crash isn't like easy. Like it isn't nearly as hard as people say it is, but it's not an easy game, especially for somebody who isn't into platformers, right? So I mean,
They are
he
looking for
wasn't
me.
doing good, and you could tell like Mike, and you know Michael was watching him, and Michael is good at platformers, and he really enjoyed playing the first Crash, so he wanted to play the second one. But you know he held off, so you know, and he's watching Jeremy do all of this very like to him anyway super obvious mistakes, right? That Jeremy shouldn't be doing. You could tell that he wasn't really enjoying it all that much either. And then they had brought Gavin back for the third game and had him play, and yeah, you could just tell Gavin just wanted to get through it. He had absolutely no interest in the game. He couldn't care less. He just wanted to get through it and be done with it so he didn't have to play it anymore, and it showed. Which is why I only play games that I have an interest in. I'm not gonna play something just because it's popular. I'm not gonna play something just because it's recommended to me. Like I'm gonna play the games that I want to play, because at the very least I know that one person is enjoying themselves during the video.
You will not bar me from my guests. This is my house.
Bought with my generosity!
Bought by my genius.
For tokens, favors, and personal dedications, you may find Sayyida Arib in the garden after her recital. Good day.
You must be her patron. It is an honor, Sayyidi. If I may, I seek a private audience with the poetess.
Do you?
I have been moved beyond words by her words. Symmetry of sky and sea. I only wish to express my sincere admiration.
Pretty words. Nearly as pretty as hers. And just as false. We both know what mask she wears, don't we?
Mask, Sayyidi.
Enough, Sayyidi. I know what you are, and I know why you've come. You think I haven't seen you skulking in the shadows. She's no longer party to your plots. Your secret meetings, your foolish nicknames. I have scrubbed her clean of them. For I have set a watch on her door. My men dog her recitals. Every letter she's had of you I have shredded or sent back.
Sent back?
You will find them piled at the Postal Bureau. Burn them. Bury them. Do what you will. You can choke on them for all I care.
So were they trying to recruit her then? That's what it seems like.
Foolish nicknames, secret meetings. The patron may have thought me a member of the Order of the Ancients. The piles of letters at the Postal Bureau may reveal more. Let us see what...
What's this one? Refill faster. Let's go with emergency aim, why not? How many more do I need? 3 more.
Beware, poetess.
I mean, if I'm being honest, by the sounds of it, she doesn't wear a mask. Like or at least she's not part of the order. It sounds like they're trying to make her a part of the order or something. I don't know. Anyway, enough about Rooster Teeth shutting down. As long as I can still watch their old content, I'm fine with it. I imagine even if they themselves shut it down, that somebody else will
I
put
will
it up
do as the Royun
somewhere.
do. Sift through strangers' mail and sniff out conspiracies.
Back. You may not enter this house.
Of course not. I probably can't enter it any hour because it would make the game too easy. Let me guess, the door's barred. What a surprise! That almost never happens. Man, this is gonna be another, like, bunch of deaths because I can't enter what is quite possibly, in real life, at least relatively public building, and by that I mean, like, while I doubt that you could have free reign inside it, I imagine that at the very least we would be able to walk in the front door and you know, start from there instead of having to climb around all of this crap. All right.
Hold on.
Look, buddy, I'd knock you guys out, but I don't know if you wake up from that or not, because I've never hung around long enough to find out, but I mean, that guy 100% was underneath me here, so I could kill him, right? Like, he's definitely in a position for me to do that. Yep. What was that sound? Heard it click like somebody was somebody had been tagged, but huh, weird. Oh, I don't know why I bothered to do that. I saw the chest and I'm like, I'm going for it. I have no need for loot in this game anymore. You know what's really weird? I've for some reason I have the urge to play Borderlands. And you might think, what's weird about that? Borderlands is a good game. I don't really like it. Which is why I find it weird. Like, if I thought it was a good game, I wouldn't find it weird. But I don't really care for Borderlands.
Now to find Aribs.
Which is why me feeling the urge to play it is like, that seems odd. Like, they're not horrible games or anything. It's just very much not really for me kind of thing, you know? You jape and jig for the base pleasure of your betters and pave their path to ruin. Silence your song of sin, or I will do it for you.
Silence your song of sin, or I will do it for you. How kind. Moving on.
Abu Abdallah is the true caliph and will soon reclaim his stolen throne. The time is near at hand. Wait for my signal. Well, there's
Abu
some letters.
Abdullah is the true Khalifa and will soon reclaim his stolen throne. I will leave this one for the Uyun.
I don't know what an Iyun is either. Is that like the Secret Service? I don't know. Dear Arib, your poetry has touched me deeply. You are my oasis, lush and plentiful. Your words soothe my weathered soul. Tell me you feel the same.
Dearest Arib, your poetry has touched me deeply. You
And I really
are
wish
my
I knew
oasis,
when he was going to just repeat what I just read. After the honey drips from her lips, Al-Thalab leaves the garden and follows the mouse.
After the honey drips from her lips, Athalab leaves the garden and follows the mouse. Secret order correspondence? Bad poetry? A bit of both? Harib could be Athalab. The patron spoke of a recital in the gardens. I could give this letter to Harib and see where the vixen leads me. Please note that your payment of 15 dinars is overdue and must be... No.
Must be remitted no later than 20 safar, or you will be subject to an additional fine. Alright. And that's the postal
I will go
bureau.
to the garden, give Athalab her letter, and follow where she goes.
Alright. I mean, that's the plan. It kind of sucks that I have to follow some more, but you know. Okay, so we had the one guy, the first guy, or no, the harem chick. I couldn't remember who we investigated first. Was she involved? I don't actually remember. Come to think of it. The concubine. Right, several suspicious items. I don't know. So I mean maybe, but
Rage as the ocean, I will sweeten your storm. Scorch as the desert. Be you ocean, desert, cobra, dove. All shapes and humors will I embrace. Hello there. Have we met? Come, don't be shy. I rarely bite and I never leave a mark. It seems there's no privacy in the public eye. How came you by that letter? Who put you up to this?
I work in the dark to serve the light.
I've met the men who serve the light. It seems its glare oft leaves them blind. Are your masters so blinkered and bumbling?
You were warned, you son of a dog. Come, Arib. We will set no tongues to wagging here.
Yours is the tongue that will not still itself, even when I beg for silence.
You spurn the counsel of he who raised you, and without whom you would still be nothing?
I raised myself. I authored myself. I have written myself into history. You are banished from my pages. Now be gone.
How can I leave you to walls such as these? You're a woman alone, unarmed.
Words are weapons enough for me.
Then let us see what defense they offer. Take her.
There is somewhere the Sayyida needs to be, and you are delaying her.
It seems that words can summon shields.
We will need to make this quick.
Meet your god!
yeah, let's make it super quick, shall we?
You're doomed!
Good lord, it took him long enough to count that as an assassination.
Arib has left for her secret meeting. I must hurry. The letter commanded Athalab to leave the garden and follow the mouse. Perhaps Arib is not lost to me yet.
I mean, I don't know what follow the mouse means. So, I mean... Oh, look at that.
How far will the fox flee?
I, for one, will
Call
not
out the
judge.
shorta!
Perhaps it's an innocent man and a cruel
Wow,
man.
dude, what the fuck? Why?
Where are the patrols? This trash belongs in a cell.
Wow, guys, really? Trash? That seems a bit harsh.
Yet another painted mouse.
Alright, and this one... I mean, I see something over there that seems to be lit up, but...
Another crumb to follow. I am growing tired of this chase.
Well, I mean, I'd get used to it. And from here, we go where exactly? Right or left? Or straight? Into a building. Oh, I think I saw it in underneath the sheets here. Yep.
Follow the mouse. Really? I like mice. What kept you? You should bring him before the Mathalim court. But he thinks only of my reputation, Sarah. To safeguard success, I must be palatable, discreet. He fears I am too proud. You? Never. I write that love is feral and free, unbound by strict Euro statute. Should I not practice what I publish?
Practice makes perfect. It also makes enemies.
So be it. But let me choose them. Courtiers, caliphs, patrons, partners. So many men have tried to decide my enemies. And friends. Though Allah knows I once chose poorly.
He hid himself well. And a poet needs patrons. Even one so great as Al-Talab.
Well, I have my pick.
Good. There's troubled times ahead.
I will be fine. I have survived 6 caliphs. I will survive...
6 more.
Don't worry, Sarah. I'll kiss the rings I need to kiss, but I will not be bound again. Not by anyone.
Secret meetings, coded names. There is no trace of the Order here. Still, she has her pick of patrons. Maybe the head of the Order is not Arib herself, but an admirer. I have seen enough from my 3 suspects. Time to seek Roshan's counsel and end this once and for all.
We have seen more than one of these dickheads had poems of hers, so I mean, it would make sense that they're at least a fan of hers. Oh my god, dude. It's like somebody pulled me in there. I feel like I just got assassinated. So I was going by, or I guess in this case it was a pile of leaves and somebody just pulled me right in. Alright, now the question is though, right? Should I talk to them before or after or before we end the part, or should I end the part and start the next one talking to them? Because as I said, it seems very likely that we only have one more mission left. Now, that mission, I know for a fact, leads into the Green Palace there in the center of the map, because we need that in order to get this fucking lost book, which is so annoying. But I mean, like, just looking at this, that's all we have left. Like, it also kind of weird to me, like, clue not found. Like, I'm curious what some of these clues are that aren't found. I'm also curious why we can't do anything with Nihal here. Like, she theoretically gave us the ancient place, which we still don't have a clue for. Like, and we got everything. It's marked off as done. And yet that, like this one makes sense because we still have to get the last book. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll start the next part with this conversation instead of ending this one with it. Because that'll lead us. Yeah, see, even the mission is called One Final Council. So that'll be it for this part. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And I will see you next time for the finale.